Today on Monster Movie Madhouse, we're discussing 1933's The Invisible Man, starring Claude Rains. And this oh my god. I'm turning invisible. Well, not exactly sure how I'm gonna get out of this, so we're just gonna truck on with the rest of the video. The Invisible Man was in development as early as 1931 following the success of Dracula. In fact, director Robert Florey thought it would be the best movie to follow up Dracula. However, the Lamleys disagreed and went with Frankenstein instead. During the production of Frankenstein, James Whale was quickly hired to direct The Invisible Man. Although he didn't want to be pigeonholed as a horror director, so he tried to go into other ventures. When that failed, he came back and decided to direct The Invisible Man, although he'd be laid off again when Universal closed for a few months in 1932. But don't worry, because he'd be hired right back again right before production started. Now, the crazy thing about this movie is that H.G. Wells had to approve of the script beforehand, and he hated just about every draft. In fact, it was pretty amazing that they got one he was happy with. Now, who to play Jack Griffin, the Invisible Man? Well, the studio wanted Boris Karloff, of course, and there were other big-name actors they were looking at. But just as Whale discovered Boris Karloff for Frankenstein, he had his eye on British stage actor Claude Rains. The studio was very much against it, but when Whale showed Rains' screen test, it won the studio over. And boy are we glad, because his voice is just so dang good in this. Now, the big selling point of this movie was the special effects. Remember, this was the 1930s. They didn't have special computers. They couldn't make CGI anything. They had to figure out how to make an invisible man with limited technology. So what did they do? Well, it's kind of like a precursor to green screen. They filmed Claude Rains on a set covered from top to bottom in black velvet, and then Rains would wear a black velvet suit underneath his costume. They would composite the two images together, and you'd get the Invisible Man as we see him in the movie. Pretty cool how they figured that out, huh? Well, safe to say the effects worked, and the movie was a massive success. Growing up, the Invisible Man was always my favorite character. And as you can see, I got a figure up there and a tattoo on my... Right. Get in the comments and tell me your thoughts on The Invisible Man. Isn't his voice just so dang good? And always make sure to like this video and follow me to learn more about your favorite silver screen monsters.